Good morning, good afternoon and good evening. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a bit of a different one. And this one is going to be very different because you can see there is a blurred man to my left, to your right, who has just started and joined the business. I'm going to be introducing him today, but we are on our way to go and pick up a car from a subscriber. Nice looking thing, Audi A5 convertible in white, lovely thing. However, I kind of wanted to tie the two together and introduce you to Alex. So Alex has been through a very thorough interview process, and this is him. Ta-da! The editing is
big
something
reveal.
else. Yeah, big reveal. I did say to Alex when I was interviewing him, don't worry mate, you don't have to appear on camera.
It's third day in, already on camera.
It begins. So I did say before, have you seen the video where I was sat in my conservatory trying to work out what the future is going to look like here? I did say I was going to invest into content, and this is my first investment. I've bought myself an Alex.
A good investment.
God, yeah, you would say that.
Best investment.
The best investment. The thing I like about him is he's already insulted me several times in his first 3 days.
So, what was it? Second day, old man.
Old man.
Yeah.
So Alex is 21 years old, and he thought he had a pube until he pissed out of it.
It's going to be the whole journey.
But no, honestly, a big welcome to the team, mate. It's very exciting to have you on board. You'll notice in the back of the car we've got a fragile object, and that is a Porsche 911 997 turbo bumper, which I've been trying to find for a subscriber, a guy called Mark, who, if you've seen the video where we've taken in that Porsche that needed a load of work, is for that car. Took it to Danny's for some body work, and unfortunately there's a hairline, the smallest of cracks on the bumper, and it is at a point where it mounts to the car, and the only way to get it right, unfortunately, is to get a replacement bumper. And yeah, it's not been cheap. It's not been cheap. But the good news is I'm spending Mark's money, not my money.
Oh,
it's sale and return. But it's going to be a right car, and it's going to be a lovely thing. And he's thrilled about the situation, because he basically said if it doesn't sell on sale or return, I'll just keep it, and you'll have made it perfect for free. You've not met the lads at the body shop yet, have you?
I have not, no. Oh God. There's a menacing laugh there.
Yeah, thank you. So Alex hasn't met anybody yet. He's met obviously Callum. He's met a couple of rogues that have turned up unannounced. Yeah. But you've not met the kind of core people that are important to the business.
Okay.
Body shop not being one of them, but I'll introduce you.
Are you one of them?
Oh, it's just isn't it?
It's quick.
He's quick. Quick to get a slap. Right. I'll tell you, Mum. This is the body shop. Now, the owner of the body shop is called Danny Paint. You'll have heard him on the phone already. He's lovely, and he's actually going on holiday, which is really rare for Danny Paint. I've brought you a present.
So I've heard.
Is this one of your many motors?
This is my car.
Oh, is it your car?
This is well, yeah, I can't sell it. So it's now mine. Yeah. Smells of dog.
Why can't you sell it? Has it got stench ear in it? No one wants to smell that good, you see.
Can I close the bit? Good, I can close it. Love you, bye. Cheers. I like Mikey. Right, Morecambe bound. Let's have a look at this car. So, Alex is, I'm starting to realise, not as much of a petrol head as you might have made out in your interview.
Yeah. I don't know. All right.
But I respect a salesman.
Yeah.
All the same. So we are off to pick up an Audi A5 convertible 2-litre TFSI, which is basically the same engine that's in that TT.
Oh, okay.
So
a good engine.
Yeah.
Somewhat.
So a quick question for you, Alex. Money, no object. Any car you could possibly want and dream of, what you're buying? Should ask this.
Go for a McLaren.
All right. Which one?
All right. Yeah. I don't know, the nice looking one.
Oh, God, you're so crap with cars, aren't you? I've made a huge mistake. Name that car and I'll give you a tenner.
Just gone past?
That.
Oh, that? Beetle.
Incorrect. Right. I also don't know what it is, but I was that confident.
There we go.
I was that confident you wouldn't know. I was willing to stick a tenner on it. Anyway.
That's a Mini that's gone past, I know that one.
That was a Mini, well done,
Yeah.
mate. You'll get there.
I will.
So Alex has got a lot to learn about cars, but that's fine. I bought into you as a person because genuinely I think you're a nice guy, and I think that's the most important thing in life, is that you seem like a nice person.
Thank you.
We'll soon beat that out of you.
Yeah, I'm becoming an absolute by the end of it.
You'll turn into a miserable old git like me. Okay, so we are about an hour away. We're going to crack on with this mission. I need to get some fuel in this because you're going to be driving it back. This, not the new car.
I know, shame.
So I've just had the fortunate of experiences having to put a 21-year-old driver on my trade insurance.
How much was that?
I don't want to talk about it, mate. Welcome to the channel.
Thank you.
We'll see you in sunny Morecambe. Welcome to sunny Morecambe. We'd planned on doing a load of drone footage and making everything really nice and sexy for you, but it is blowing a gale. It's only just stopped raining. And here we are. So I've spoken to the owners. They don't want to be on the video, which is fair enough, and I totally understand and appreciate, but they've given me the opportunity to sell this car for them, and I am very, very grateful for that. So I'll have a quick look around it. It's genuinely my first time looking at it. It's obviously an Audi A5. It's definitely the right colour. It's just been parked up, unfortunately. They're just not using it enough. Oh, it's got tinted rear lights, which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. They'll have like a film on them. What I'd be tempted to do with this is try it with the lights tinted, but you might alienate your market a little bit. It's a Quattro, which is nice. I love these cars, and I genuinely think they're good value for money. Whoa. So it's got full leather, which is nice, that's an option. What I am going to do, even though it is a sale or return car, so I don't technically own it, what I'm going to do is just check it over as if I was buying it, because at the end of the day I'm still going to be selling it to a customer. Okay, so we've got low battery. I appear to have battery issues with the cars all the time at the moment, and it's normally because people are selling cars because they're not using them, which is fair enough. But what I'd like to do is quickly run through it and make sure that everything works. This is not a plug of Top Dom because they're not paying me. Pay me and I'll plug it more. What I'm going to do is just make sure that everything's right on it. It's got a quarter of a tank, which is good, so that's going to get us home as well. And let's just see if it's bringing up any alarming codes, because at the end of the day it's going to have to sit on my forecourt, so it still needs to look right, doesn't it? So you give us a second and I shall get this loaded up. Okay, so the car's due a service. I knew that anyway, which is fair enough. It is low on battery. But let us just find this card, which is the correct one. And let's just do a quick scan on it. So that's the one. It's not USA because we are over here. Okay, so auto scan. And let's see, it's going to bring faults up, but I just want to make sure there's nothing alarming. Okay, so good news, engine good, which is pleasing. The only thing it's brought up is brakes fault, and I'm guessing handbrake. Oh, tyre pressures. And a communication fault, which is usually battery related. That's great news. So, and then if we look in here as well, what have we got in here? Again, that's battery related. Literally, that's all there is. I was hoping for some better content than that. But that is genuinely all there is in this car. So, let's make sure it sounds all right, because they are chain-driven engine. It is due a service. We knew that anyway, but we can get that done fairly inexpensively. Let's make sure it sounds all right. Yeah, it's just letting the oil circulate through the car. Bit of a unique position this, because I kind of don't need to be overly thorough, because a lot of the testing is going to get done on a test drive, and obviously I'm going to be driving it back to the unit, which is about an hour and a half away from here. So I think best bet really is get it out on the road, see how it feels on the way back. I just need to agree the deal with the customers and make sure that everybody knows exactly where we're at, because I've had an issue with a guy at the moment who we did sale or return for. He's tried to move the goalposts, and it looks like that's going to cause a problem. Have a chat with these customers, get it in writing, we all know where we're at, and get back on the road. And hope that Alex doesn't crash my lovely Touareg.
The lovely Touareg.
Lovely Touareg. I'm watching you in the rear view. Right, let's have it. Okay, so I've been driving it for a little while now, and I feel really bad for Alex because he's behind me now, driving the Touareg, and he doesn't like big cars, and he doesn't like tight, narrow country roads. And guess what I've just done to him on the first day of him being on the trade insurance? So he's managed to make it. He's following me now. Car drives absolutely beautifully, as you expect from an Audi of this age, to be fair. I've not given it a load of pasty because it is due an oil change, and the one thing I hate doing is giving a car a load of stick just before you take it in for an oil change, because it's obviously got old oil in there or whatever. It's not way overdue, but it is due, so you want to make sure you're doing the right thing. The cruise control's working, the brakes have cleared up nicely, there's no nasty sounds, it's not juddering, there's nothing sort of grim at all. It drives beautifully. It's just, I do like an Audi. And the more I'm looking around it as well, the more spec I'm seeing. So it's got heated seats, which is great. The leather as well, which is great. It's got wireless charging, which is great. Virtual cockpit, which is great. This is a properly nice example. And what was also nice is the people I've just picked up the car from. What a lovely couple. So AD, the gent, has worked in the motor trade before, so he kind of gets it. He understands that you need a margin on it. And to be fair, we weren't a million miles apart for if I was to buy the car and what I was to offer to buy it, but he's in a fortunate position, him and his wife, that they don't need the money, they don't need the car, so it's going to work out better for them just to sell it through me and get a better return on it, and can't blame them for it at all. But it was just nice to meet them both. Lovely people, and I mean this, and I know that you'll be watching because of your subscribers. Thank you, genuinely, on a human level. I really appreciate the opportunity, and I really appreciate you just being nice people. Now, unfortunately, I've had to do things properly, and we need to do everything in writing, because I've got a bit of an issue with the bloke at the moment who I sold a car for, and he's starting to try and move the goalposts, and unfortunately it's looking like it's going to get a little bit messy, but I guess that's the modern world. There's no such thing as a gentleman's agreement and a handshake anymore, is there? Anyway, we'll deal with that as we move forward. But what a great day. Hopefully Alex is going to make it all the way back. I am fully aware I've not tested the roof on this car. That's going to get done when we get back. It's going to go through the detailing process and hopefully get it sold for these customers fairly quickly. Anyway, what do you think of Alex? He's a nice boy, isn't he? And he'll learn about cars eventually. I've thrown him right into the deep end there, down these narrow roads. I mean, we're now through another narrow road, and I can just imagine he's absolutely pricking it. He's driving the boss's car and he doesn't want to take a wing mirror off, does he? Anyway, I've told him it doesn't matter if he does. We're not putting a claim in. As long as you take it off on a wall and not another car, we're all right. Thank you again for watching. I really appreciate it. It's all exciting times here. I really appreciate you joining me on the journey. And I really appreciate dealing with nice people. So there's a nice video for you for a change. And there's some pretty nasty stuff coming up, so I'm going to talk you through that over the next few videos. Thanks again. Cheers.